Hello, all you viewers. This is Ben C. Coming at you with another Ragtag Tool Show video. It is new tool day, bitches. Yeah. So let's get this underway. So, real quick for a recap, anybody who's sort of just joining and not caught up yet, if you want more information, I would highly suggest watching the tool EDC carry for more info on some of the stuff. As you know, not everybody's up to speed with tools and such, or certain tools and whatnot. If you want more information on specific tools, leave a comment. And if I happen to receive the comment, sometimes my phone or my system of comments doesn't like to work. But if you leave a comment, I should get it, and if I get it and I happen to have the tool, if you put a tool that you haven't seen yet or whatnot, and so on. So yeah, that, and if I have the tool and you want more information on that specific tool, I will definitely make a video. So without further ado, really, let's get into it. Yeah. Now, I apologize, I'm kinda... Alright, I'm back. And, just had to clean off the table a little bit. It's not the prettiest look. It's not in the prettiest maintenance, so... And I don't want to be putting my hands in metal shavings. I already do that enough in my academic, my shop, so... Alright, so... Starting off is a recap of what I have had for a little while now, which, sorry about that, is this. So, basically I have a set of nice Craftsman screwdrivers. This is called a bladed driver, not a flathead. There's a misconception. This is a bladed driver. I have nice Craftsman, I got some new Craftsman screwdrivers that, because I needed a good full set. So I got some of those. I don't remember if I did a video with these in them, but these are my replacement pliers that I've replaced my old pliers that were all set with, that was a set with, including these old needle nose. I do need to get a new pair because these are, can you see? Here, you see the light through them? Now, mind you, I am squeezing these. If you can see the light through them fairly. Come on. Come on, focus. Yeah, you can see, I'm sure. If not, just squint and turn your head one way and imagine the light coming through the teeth. But, yeah. So, I have some new pliers. These are nice and sharp, nice razor sharp teeth. That's kind of what you want, so it grabs. Some box wrenches. Basically, as I said, if you want some more in-depth overview of my EDC for majority of things, I highly suggest you go check out my playlist of EDC. But here is this is a Workforce 1/4-inch drive ratchet. It's a very fine tooth, you can hear. I don't know, I think it's not quite as fine as this one. This is, I think, like a 72 tooth? I'm not sure. But, this is a Hazard Fart ratchet, 3/8 drive I have, and 1/4-inch drive that is, and they're both reversible, both quick launch, or quick release, whichever you want to call it. Because they got the little nub there, and then they have the little ball detent so it doesn't fall off This one's got the button. This one's just got the control switch. That's also the button, or the directional switch. That's also the button. But yeah, that some Stanley channel locks. Technically, that's not the brand. They're actually called Tongue and Groove. That channel locks is a brand, but it's just sort of synonymous with that style, so everybody calls them channel locks. Saskatchewan spanner wrench, which 8-inch. Some wire cutters or some cable cutters, whatever. Some tape, even though I don't usually do that much electrical work when I have this, but power drill, impact driver. So that, and then let's see here, my magic bag of tricks. So if people are unaware, which I'm sure most people might be, there are certain, when you're using an impact driver, let's see if I can get a better angle. Is that better? There we go. When you're using an impact, it sort of not certain bits, certain driver bits aren't designed. Sorry about the lighting. Certain driver bits are not designed for impacts, because. All right, so let me think here. Hold on one moment. Let's see if I can draw this. Alright, let's actually go to the back of the book. Alright, so basically, what happens is while the impact is spinning, think of a speed bump. When you go over a speed bump, alright, so let's just say that these are the areas where there's a bump in the back of this. So in this is the anvil and a hammer, it's called. On the back area is I think it's the anvil. I could be mistaken. The anvil has, for example, in this picture, 2 bumps. They're technically supposed to be all the way to the side like this, and then there's the drive that turns the other thing, or the hammer. Maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. Basically, one of them. And then there's the hammer or the anvil that is like a long beam. Beam of that impact, that every time. So basically, it's spinning. The thin piece that's connected to the chuck is spinning because is being spun by the drive, which is in the center between these, and it spins, and every time it hits this bump, it gets pushed forward, and and it's going real fast. It's going so the minimum, the maximum, the minimum RPMs are, the minimum revolutions per minute, RPM, is 0 to 2500. Basically, the maximum is 3500 impacts per minute, I think. Yeah. So basically, it's spinning around 25. So every single rotation, or every minute, it spins. So sorry, hold on. Let me think here. In a single minute, it spins. It has 2,500 rotations in 1 minute. And the impacts. And then every minute for impacts, there's 3,500, so 3,500 impacts every minute, including the 2,500 for the rotations. Basically, that's a lot of power, and it's this. Truthfully, the impact driver is designed to be superior for only screws. I don't care what anybody says. It is nothing good other than screws, which is what I use it for, other than a few times, once in a while, if I'm drilling a metal object and I have the right drill bit. I won't use the drill because that's a little bit tricky. But, yeah. So you need special drill bits that are able to withstand the force and impact of said... Here, let me adjust the camera once more. Let me move the impact out of the way. Adjust it even more. There we go. So, basically, I will say what's not impact... I mean, now, mind you, technically anything is impact rated to an extent. For example, this is... hold on. These three right here are not impact rated. Sorry, impact rated. They do... you can use them, but I would not... They're not meant to be used as an actual, like, for example, this is impact rated. It will not shatter or break or damage or be damaged, I mean, or damage the piece you're working on or whatever. These are not designed to take this kind of an impact or impacts at all. They're meant to just spin. They can be used in the impact just for light, quickly removing a screw, not anything heavy, constant use or anything. The rest of these are designed for impact. I don't know about this one actually, but basically, as such, due to the fact that there are ratchet adapters for drills, now all of the impact are compatible with the drill. It's just extra sort of durability, I guess you could say, so it doesn't explode or anything. But basically, due to the fact that you can see that there's a 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive socket adapter that fits in the drill, and is also happens to be compatible with the impact, which has a 1/4 inch drive hex chuck. Basically, these are rated for impact. Now, in order to properly, these are all these up here are rated for impact. But basically, if you're using a socket, which I'll show in a second, hold on. But I'll show you two different types of sockets that are used, or are common. Pull you out. I can leave you in, but okay, come on, close up. All right, let's put you to the side. Let's put the pencil back. Now to the sockets. So I'm going to show you first. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a few different examples of. I'll just show you the main ones. Hold on here. I'll show you the other one in a moment. So this is not impact rated. You can tell because there's no sort of a drilled out hole, a very nice sort of almost, basically it should look like this. There should be a spot on this that looks like that. This does not have that, for one. For two, the walls are too thin because this would be spinning and having such heavy impacts that it could shatter, almost explode sort of. And that's very dangerous. On top of which, the chrome vanadium finish on this, I think this is, yeah, chrome vanadium, CRV, where's it, right there, CRV, is not good, because if you're in an industrial environment and this gets into, especially if precision machining or special surfaces on a vehicle, it's not good. It's not good. It's garbage at that point. You don't want the chrome vanadium finish to flake off. That's why this is not, okay, well, let me rephrase that. This says chrome vanadium, but I don't, it's not, I don't think, yeah, I think it's literally, basically it's a special type of chroming because it's the metal itself, not actually it's not a coating, it's actually in the metal, it's the metal itself. Obviously this is hardened, this is designed for such an occasion, and you can see, even though this is old and a little bit of nastiness on it, wear, you can tell that there is two different types of finishing. Even without, yeah. So this is impact rated. You can tell by that pinhole. And this is a 9/16 millimeter, or 9/16 of an inch hex, or 6 point. Some people call it 6 point. I usually just call it a hex, but socket. But this is 3/8 drive. Now this is a 3/8 drive adapter, impact rated. There's a little ball detent. Now, you can use these with normal ratchets. They are designed to be able to take a lot more force. That's all the difference is, really. I mean, other than maybe a little bit thicker walls, But here is a Matco. Actually, I don't know the brand of this one, but it's just held up so far. Here's a Matco 5mm, and Matco, if you don't know, is like a sort of like the Snap-on has Blue Point, which is like the second, like sort of like their sort of mid-range brand. Blue Point is still it's actually, to be honest, I'd say I'd rather have Blue Points than some Snap-on stuff, depending on what it is. But yeah, so they are very good, and I'm not sure. I think this is probably similar because there's there's Mac tools, which are like Snap-on. There's Proto, which is another like Snap-on. There's Snap-on. Probably forgetting another one, but yeah. This is, I think, one of those kind of like Blue Point is to Snap-on for one of the other brands. Maybe I'm thinking it's sort of, but yeah. So this is impact rated. This is a 5mm deep drive socket. This is a 1/4 inch drive. This will only fit. Oh, this is also a 3/8 drive. This will only fit in a 1/4 inch. I mean, this will only fit a 1/4 inch drive. Obviously, no worky. But you can see because of the pinhole. And yeah, so that is impact rated. Now, obviously, you can technically use something like this for impact, but I would not suggest you use it as an actual impact for genuine actual full use. I mean, if you want to do that, pull that risk, that's fine, but I'm just a warning. For example, here's a real dirt cheap socket that is going to be used until I can get a full couple of sets of metric and imperial sockets for impact rated. Now this, you can see that it looks gnarly and it looks like it's mangled, but it's actually not. It's just the very edge. This is a 14mm 3/8 drive. 3/8 is one of them. I mean, basically the most common is 3/8, or 1/2 inch 3/8 and 1/4 inch 3/8 1/2 inch drive. So impact rated. Yeah, I mean, so, and then non-impact rated, and then impact rated. This is a 21mm deep drive, impact rated Husky socket, 6 point, and this is a mean bastard, and demonetized. No, I'm just kidding. But also you can see I bought this brand new, because I have use for it. But this is a 1/2-inch drive. As you can see, it no spin without like spinning in my hand. This doesn't spin in there. Whereas, crap. All right, hold on here. Yeah. All right. That. If you were to take, obviously this ain't gonna fit, and nor will this. You can kind of, it's kind of obvious, but you know, some people don't believe it until they see it. So, but yeah, so this is a 1/2-inch drive, and this deep drive. So there's my overview of some of my new tools. That 21mm and 1/2-inch, 3/8 and 1/4-inch. This came as a set for freaking $6, I think. I spent more money on these. I would have spent more money on, or I did spend more money with just the 2 of these rather than going to Wally World and buying the Hart, Walmart's company, tool company, basically, set, which was like $5. So I spent 12 something on these 2 alone if I would have gotten the, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, there's that. Now I'm gonna leave this out because it's needed for the next tool, or it's helpful for the next tool. This, my dear friends, this is called a torque wrench. Basically, if you need to have, so certain, on like, for example, vehicles, on the tire, when you're changing the tire, the lug nuts are supposed to be put to a certain torque, like sort of tightened to a certain limit. And what this does is you can set the handle to say, all right, well, now it's set at 0 because you're not supposed to have it on one of these for storage or when it's not in use. Say you have, you need 130 foot-pounds of torque. You would keep going until you got to the line 130, and that would reach 0. 0 would be right at the line right here. And you would keep going until you hear an audible click on this end. Or I think just in general, an audible click. And you'll know that's what, you've reached the torque limit, or the designated torque. So, yeah. And the last thing which we will be demonstrating, unfortunately I can't demonstrate this today because I don't feel like pissing off my mother. So that will not be, unfortunately we won't be able to demonstrate that. But yeah. So the last thing is a 2-ton hydraulic bottle jack. Now, let's see here, hold on. Alright, so as you can see, basically this is the little thing that you move up and down to get it to raise. Sorry, bumped the camera there. But yeah, as you can see, it's raising, and then to lower it, you just turn this. So you may need to put pressure on it. This is able to lift 2 tons, which is about 4,000 pounds. This is you have to adjust this by hand, but I made the mistake. Now, this isn't a bad mistake per se. It can sort of be fixed, but for now it'll work. You do want to try and always get a very large area that's going to be making contact with the car, so that way it's not damaging the lift point. But this will work for what I will be using it for in this video. So in a moment I will be outside with this and showing you how to lift a Toyota Corolla, which actually is about 3,000 pounds. So this is able to lift 4,000 pounds, and so a quarter of that, 3,000 or so pounds, that's about, I can't think right now, but it's it's a good amount, but this can take quite a bit of that. This can take more than enough. So there's no need to be weary when using this. So yeah, now I'm going to shut up, and we'll see outside. Alright, so I have my skull bashing bar that has a bolt through the back, so I can keep it in, or keep the jack keep it from sliding out from the jack sleeve, or so I have it set to the proper closed off so it doesn't start lowering, and have light on, and now I just need to quickly find the jack point. Alright, to show you the jacking points. So basically, what you want to look for if you're doing this is you want to look for something that looks like it cut out. Let's see. Can you guys see that? So see how there's two divots? There's a divot here and a divot here. Most cars should have that, and there should be a little tab right here. That's where you want to put the jack, on both the front and the back on each side. And that's where the manufacturer has set so the jack will be. And yeah, you want to make sure the jack is capable of lifting the amount of weight that your car is, how heavy the car is. Say for example the car was 5,000 pounds. You want to make sure you have a heavier jack, or a stronger jack that's designed for that much weight. Now, she blows. Okay, there we go. Wrong spot. Alright, so here we go. Oh, nope. Come on. If you look at the wheel, you'll see that it's lifting off the ground. Here, let me lower you. You can see a little bit better. You can see as I raise the jack, maybe not quite so well. Let's keep going. Kind of can